Hello, my name is Visor, and welcome to episode 19 of Let's Play The Witcher 2, Iorveth side. Now, the last two episodes, we mostly dealt with this succubus problem. Well, it turns out she wasn't really the problem, but we also made some progress on lifting the curse and curing Saskia. This episode, we're going to continue doing that, but I kind of want to open up with some of the town side missions. You know, the arm wrestling, the fist fighting, and the poker games. In this episode, I'm only going to do the poker game because it sort of works with one of our quests. Well, indirectly. Anyway, if you want to start the poker game, you have to talk to these two dwarves.
You play dice?
Aye. Us two and the Smith's apprentice.
And that's it?
In Vergen, there's also the headman, Cecil Burden, and the innkeeper. But they won't play unless you prove your worth. Which you could by beating us.
Yep, you know how this works. We're first going to play these two guys. After that, we'll play the innkeeper.
Shall we play now?
And then we'll play Cecil. Though before we play Cecil, we need to talk to him for a bit. After all, we have a lot of dealings with him still. Plus, we need a lot of his information. Anyway, this is his house. It's very nice. It has like 5 rooms. Anyway, let's start with the fact that I cleared out the mines and all those necrophages. We did that about like 3 episodes ago. Something like that.
We killed most of the necrophages.
Most?
The passage to the lower level collapsed. They won't get out. In time, they'll die off and you can restart work.
Thank you, Witcher. The whole of Vergen thanks you. Here's your coin. Shive, Skaggs, and Zigrim will get the same.
Cool. Also, as a reward, he gave us a diagram for some leather armor. It's not very good armor, though, so I wasn't really overly concerned. Anyway, let's talk about Brenna.
Cecil, do you know anyone who fought in the war 3 years ago?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old cook insult, called king by some, thought that Aedirnians were bumpkins who'd ship bricks as soon as his troops crossed the river.
Why did he attack Edirn?
According to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the ancient legacy of the Kedweni crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago this land belonged to Kedwen.
Load of crab. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighboring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edirn. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want.
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called Draugrs. Aedirnians, Kedweni, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want to help them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen. A beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When Vandegrift attacked in the afternoon, he sent a dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard, but we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Edirn at all. We decimated the dun banner, but that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kedwenis gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of his armor. Then, Vandegrift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, Vandegrift killed Seltkirk. A terrible death that sent the Aedirnian ranks into disarray. I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the death of a great knight. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the enemy. They were all looking for somewhere to flee. Yes, there were no more friends and enemies, only the living and the dead. They say it was the doing of a Kedweni sorceress who wanted revenge on Vandegrift. Could be true, as Henselt had her executed right after the battle.
Okay, so now we can talk to him about the Dumb Banner, or Selkirk and Vandegrift's duel. Now, we already know a lot about the Dung Banner from Ziggurin and all that. We don't really need to ask him, though we need to ask him to progress this. What we're really interested in is the duel between Selkirk and Vandergrift, specifically their magical artifacts. So,
Did you see the duel between Selkirk and Vandergrift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. Probably never will again. They'd already met once at a jousting tournament in Ardcarreg. Selkirk won there. He beat on the visitor so hard he broke his sword. Selkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Vandergrift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one from a sorcerer. I bet he cut down Selkirk with that new sword.
Vandergrift is dead. What happened to his sword?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can tame the hatred enchanted in that sword. After the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake or Selkirk in the whole of Edirn. His brother babbles something about a gauntlet, but he's a lying dog.
okay, so we know if we want the sword, we gotta cure Saskia. So that's gonna take a little bit. Anyway, let's progress through the rest of this.
You captured it.
Alright, still needed to do the dice poker though, and convince him to open the gate.
I need to get inside the Harpy lair.
No chance.
I know all about the Harpies. They steal dreams, collect them. I found one, but it proved too weak for our purposes. I need a stronger one. So I'm asking you nicely, open the damn gate.
Listen, Witcher. I want Saskia to recover, I do. But don't ask me to turn this town into a circus just before we battle Henselt. My grandfather locked that gate for a good reason. Imagine if we could all go in there to look at those dreams. Dwarves, peasants, their scoia'tael, Adernian nobles even. All seeing the desires of others. Terrifying. It would be the end of Vergen. What's more, legend has it the oldest stolen dreams can become reality. And I don't want nightmares stalking Vergen's back alleyways come nightfall.
Open it. I'll make it quick.
Stop pissing me off. You're acting like a drunk suitor. No means no.
You know, don't know if I should mention this, but the dream I found belongs to you.
What are you talking about?
It's an embarrassing affliction, I imagine. Hell, even something of a political liability in your case. Some might even call you a freak. You're the alderman. An ages-old tradition is vested in you. On top of that, you now lead the preparations for Vergen's defense.
You wouldn't dare.
Imagine your ancestors carved in stone. Condemnation, not pride on their bearded faces. Who knows? Maybe you'd keep your office, but you'd be the talk of the town for ages. And your nephew? Poor kid.
I'll open the gate. I promised Scalen's mother I'd be sober as a judge to the end of my days, and I aim to keep my word. I don't give a damn about ages-old traditions and piss on loose talk. But you're right. I cannot compromise Vergen's morale. You must bury this thing. The secret dies with you, never to be spoken aloud. Understand?
I do. Thanks, Cecil, and good luck staying sober.
Yeah, so he's a bit of a drunk. Though at no point do you actually see the content of the dream. I know Philippa tells you that it belongs to Cecil, but I don't think there's any way to trigger seeing it. Granted, maybe that's something that happens off-screen, or Geralt just bullshitted his way through that. Either way, though, we still need to play dice poker against this guy. Though compared to rampant alcoholism, it seems like a minor concern.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we?
I think he's a cheat, though. Like, he gets stupidly good hands. But you know how this goes. Just give me a sec.
I'll have to raise taxes. Here are your winnings.
Aren't you gonna ask for a rematch?
You're too good. Try Haggard or Smith's Apprentice.
Seems kind of ridiculous to raise taxes over a little dice game. I think he only lost maybe 30 orens. I mean, when I stole from his house, I got way more than that. Anyway, though, Hagrid, the apprentice, is actually really close by. He lives in the same house as those first two dwarves we played dice poker against, which should be right over here. Ah, there he is, standing outside. So let's play against him.
Well, I'll be plowed by a ferret.
Yeah. Witcher Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, you're a witcher like any other. But those swords, things of beauty.
Nothing special about them.
Ah, you're mistaken. Few know how to make a silver blade today, fish eat me if I'm lying, and engraving runes is not exactly farting down a rain spout. I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords. Care to browse through my wares?
He has a lot of weird phrases, starting with, like, getting fucked by a ferret, or shitting down a rain spout. No, wait, it was farting down a rain spout. Don't really get what that means. Anyway, we're gonna play against him in dice poker, and then we're gonna get him to craft us something.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now?
He doesn't really seem to cheat like Cecil, though, so it's not really too hard to beat him. Anyway, when you do beat him, your reward, of course, is either gold or a diagram.
I'd like something besides coin. You're a blacksmith's apprentice. Got anything interesting?
I suppose I might. What do you fancy?
Got any meteorite steel?
Aye. 3 colors, blue, yellow, and red.
It's meteorite steel, not bloomers or garter belts.
Meteorite steel comes in several varieties depending on the nature of the element it's saturated with and the depth of that saturation. The elements dye the ore different colors. For instance, fire dyes the ore red, and red meteorite, well, you work it differently. You heat and hammer form it differently. You understand now?
Sure you're just the blacksmith's helper?
Want anything, or are you just going to stand there and wonder?
So I'm gonna take the blue meteorite steel, though again, remember, this is just the diagram. I don't really need it, but it's probably more useful than the other ones, so...
Blue meteorite sounds interesting.
Good choice. Anything else?
Any chance you got a small knife? Just a regular little knife.
For kitchenware, you might try the tavern.
I don't really get the whole little knife thing, but whatever.
I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords. Care to browse through my wares?
Anyway, so I wanted him to craft me some harpy traps. Currently, I can make 3 on my own, but I actually need a total of 7. I picked up some silver in the mines, but it was not as much as I would have hoped. It was a lot more iron. However, we can actually buy the remaining parts from him. In fact, we can actually just buy the harpy traps from him. But it's a little expensive, so hopefully we can pick up some silver. And... only 2. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, we'll buy 2 silver. We'll get the remaining 2 harpy traps, craft them, and then we'll be on our way. So just give me a second. Alright, there we go. I have my harpy traps. Basically, remember, I have 2 harpy contracts. One against the queen and one against harpies in general. We'll take care of that this episode. Also, remember how last episode there was that dwarf talking about how his dream got stolen and he was celebrating? Because it was a nightmare or something? Well, his dream was something stolen by these harpies. But it probably didn't make much sense when we saw it at that point. Oh, you're back again. That's good.
Let's go drink, friends. I'm gonna get as drunk as a lord.
Why's that?
They stole it. The plowing bird stole it. My dream is gone.
Well, then what's the grin for?
Night after night, I dreamed of my dead wife for years. Let's go for some liquor. Drinks on me.
Yeah. So, oh, I took a wrong turn. So, yeah, that's directly related to those special dream-stealing harpies, which we will be taking care of real soon. However, where I want to go is actually over here. In fact, it's somebody we met in Chapter 1. If you remember her, anyway.
Greetings, Vatgern. I'm glad to see you again.
Again?
Flotsam? The fire? Funny how these things work. I'll never forget that. Oh, unimportant. Needless to say, I'm deeply indebted.
Sorry.
No need to be. But I feel I should pay you back somehow. I've started anew here, you know. That always builds confidence. Sure I can't tempt you with something?
Yeah, she can. And we're going to take her up on the offer because she gives us something else as well.
Wait a minute. Is this what I think it is?
It is if you want it to be. We elves might seem strange by your standards. You saved my life. A bit of joy as recompense is not too much to ask.
All right.
I'm intrigued. It's been a tough day. I think some joy might do me good.
Okay. So, let's talk to her real quick.
Am I ever glad to have that debt off my mind?
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for us both. Oh, I have a memento for you. Take this.
A key?
To an old mine pit. I've no use for it, but you're quite the...
All right. Thanks.
Okay, I need to take care of one more thing.
Take care of yourself.
We're gonna go to combat soon, so I kind of want to switch out my gear. I've been wearing the armor we got from the succubus just to show it off, but really it's not the best armor. Instead, I'm gonna put on my Karen armor and then unload all my extra junk onto models since I need to clear up my inventory. That actually sounds a little dirty. So I've noticed I say a lot of kind of slightly dirty stuff. Anyway, let's talk about unloading a model. Anyway, the missions that we're going to do next will involve us getting to a cave and looting a lot of stuff. So you got to make sure you have room. Now, the key we just got allows us to go closer to the old mines, though it doesn't actually let us in the mines. In fact, I have some conflicting information. Some sources say using the key I can get a really cool silver sword, but other sources say I can't do it on PC. So, oh well, I guess it's just a console thing. Anyway, we're trying to get to that house over there. Now, actually, we're going to be doing a quest that we did on Roach's side. On Roach's side, basically, we had to get a bunch of harpy feathers, so we just murdered a bunch of harpies. This time around, though, we'll do this quest a little differently. Still, we're going to start the same way.
Witcher, I might have some work for you.
Did I hear you mention a job?
Indeed. One very much in your line. I know a collector in Vengerberg. He pays well for all kinds of monster-related curios.
Ericus venom? Necker hearts? Sounds doable.
Harpy feathers.
Uh-huh. Why feathers?
I never asked. Got the order and that's that. Interested?
What kind of coin are we talking about?
Why don't we do a test? Bring me a bundle of fine feathers for which I'll pay you, and if we're both satisfied, we'll figure things out.
He's gonna want more than a bundle? That'll mean a lot of traipsing around.
A few more, yes. So?
I'll keep my eyes open, but no promises. I've got more important things to deal with.
Okay. So overall, when we did this contract on Roche's side, we sort of went down this valley, killed like 20 harpies, then meditated till the next day. Then we repeated until we got all the feathers we needed. This time around, though, we have 2 harpy contracts, so we're going to do it a little differently. To start off, we're going to get out our harpy traps and place one of them over here.
Take that.
And this, these harpies will pick it up. See, that one's interested. I'm basically trying to make sure I don't kill any of them. It's going to fly up, and then one of the nests should explode. Come on. Did it explode? Well, whatever, I'll put down another one. Actually, give me a sec. No, it already exploded, that's good. Basically, every time you use a trap, one of the harpies will carry off to one of the nests here, and there's 4 out here, so you're gonna use 4 traps. Ah, that one finally exploded, nice. Last one. Oh no, this one, uh-oh. This guy will not pick up the trap properly, so we just gotta kill him real quick. There we go. Final one. Now this will really decrease the spawn rate here. So ideally you don't want to do this for, I mean you can technically do it on Roach's side as well. You can always make harpy traps after you read the book. But generally on Roach's side, you want to keep the spawn rate high here so you wouldn't do it. Anyway, let me just kill these ones out here, then we're going to go deeper into the caves. After all, that's where the queen harpy is, we can get even more feathers there. Generally though, on these minor harpies, you get 1 or 2 feathers. On the dream snatcher harpies, you get about 3 or 4. I don't even remember how many feathers the queen gets you, but we should very easily get the 80 feathers that we need. Ow. Spawn rate is a lot lower already. Normally I have to fight like 20 of them going down here. So far I fought what? 6 maybe? And really I didn't even fight 4 of them because they just took the traps and left. I do want to get these bodies though, because I'm not going to get a second chance to loot them. I'm going to be going deeper into the cave and this stuff will despawn. So So let's just take care of this real quick. There we go. Now, I think I'm currently already carrying 20 feathers, so we'll need another 60. We should easily get it, though. There are a lot of harpies in the caves. Specifically, there's a lot of those Dream Snatcher harpies, so we should be alright. Also down here, there are a lot of Kedwini soldiers for some reason. Maybe they're sneaking around, trying to find a back way in. But, just give me a sec. I need to definitely get all these feathers. I mean, I know I said we should definitely get it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Magic or danger?
Yeah, there's a lot of magic and danger here, but we already took care of all the nests, so it should be alright. Here's the dead body. He usually isn't carrying anything great. Some armor bits. But yeah, here's where we use the key we got from Cecil and go deep into the Harpy lair. Now in here we're going to continue using the Harpy traps, but only on Harpies, not on these special Harpies. Only normal Harpies. You gotta be careful by these though, you can easily get swarmed. One-on-one, it's actually fairly easy to deal with, but if there's like multiple of them, just gotta remember to take 2 swings, then back off, then take another 2 swings, and back off again, and repeat. Right? Oh, getting a lot of feathers from these guys. There is no dream crystal in this area, though. Here, though, there should be some harpies attacking us. Oh, that's the wrong trap. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Come on. I think that one's interested. Yeah, there we go. I'll just kill the remaining harpy. Don't really need them. There we go. Oh, it started to rain, which is... And it stopped raining. That's weird. We're going to get a lot of harpy bits here, which is good because they're fairly valuable when you sell them. This armor you find in the Kedwini is not worth it. Well, you can sell it. Worth it to do that. Anyway, we're going to keep on going deeper in the caves. There are still a lot of harpies here. There we go. This whole ravine area, basically every time you see normal harpies, that usually means you can put down a harpy trap. Obviously, we already put one down in this area, so I'm going to keep on going. But I think here should be another one. There we go. Oh, wait. Where are you going?
How many more can there be?
Is he not going to take the trap? I kind of... Come on. Come on, take it. There we go. Alright, so that should be nest number 6. Cool. I don't really know what that nest is, but yeah, we got 6 nests. 1 more to go. Take these. Now you notice there's a glowing crystal on the wall over there. That's a dream crystal, so we're gonna pick that up. Every time you pick one of those up, though, you're gonna end up fighting 3 new enemies. And again, these are much tougher than normal harpies, and they will surround your ass. 2 hits, more fire, another 2 hits. Go. I mean, I could take some potions as well, but I don't really want to do that yet. I'm about to get the side effect maxed out, which will allow us to generate a lot more mutagens, and that's something I really want. Especially since I think harpies give you concentration mutagens sometimes, so we should get a lot of loot from this area. Anyway, going deeper in the caves. I think over here should be... There we go. Final trap. And that should do for the Harpy contract. Later on, we'll go to Cecil Burden and, get our reward. Just a bit of gold, though, so it's not a big deal. The more important thing is we just got an attribute called Birdman. And Birdman should be 10% more damage against harpies. Kind of necessary considering, we're still on in a harpy lair. So let's keep on going. Oh yeah, there's the burned up nest. I think that should decrease the spawn rate of normal harpies as well, which is great. Instead, we'll just focus on the big Cyrano harpies. I don't know what they're really... I don't really know how that's pronounced, but whatever. Should be one right over here. Another crystal. Right, we're gonna have to fight another 3.
Damn, you're ugly.
Alright. Back off. Now, I do know Vigor does increase your damage if you have more of it stored up. So I don't really know whether going this empty is a good idea or not. But it doesn't seem to change your damage that much, so I think it's worthwhile. Now let's get the feathers from these guys. Actually, how many do I have right now? I currently have... not as many as I thought. I have 54. So I need about 26 more. Should be pretty close, though. Anyway. So we picked up, what? 3 dreams so far? We need to get another 2. Should be one right over, well, dead body here to get more of his armor. Ah, there's another dream. Back off again. There's going to be another 3 of these guys. And I don't want to be trapped. I have died here. I mean, I guess I could take some potions, but again, I really want to save potion making until after I get maximum side effect, which I should do here, really. There we go. Excellent. All right. By the way, we're probably going to want to equip Rape Shot here. It's going to get very hectic real soon. Well, one more dream, then it's going to get real hectic. It'll be right over here. You can see the dream right over there. I think if we walk here, we can actually bait one of them out real quick, which will make things a bit easier for us. All right, let's get the dream then. Cool. Oh, the other 2. Oh, fuck. All right, and this guy. Perfect. All right, let's get these remaining harpy bits. And then we're going to go to the last chamber here. Sort of notice there's a slight cavern that I've been avoiding. Well, that's because there's something very special there. To that big wheel. You saw one in the opening to chapter 2. Wonder what this one does.
The head of a king. Take it to Sheila. You know where. She'll give you coin and further orders.
Heavy. How am I supposed to carry it through the forest? I won't be able to draw my sword.
You'll go unarmed, in common clothes. Try to sneak through unnoticed, but if anyone asks, you're bringing the witch some sausages.
You can see it a mile away, and it stinks of vinegar. I'll have to find a thick sack.
Go on. Quit complaining. There's no time.
Well, that's interesting. Looks like that stone thing is sort of a dream projector or something. That, of course, was Letho's dream, so let's go take that. Maybe we'll want it. But here is where all these guys come down. And I would definitely move around. Now, among them is the Harpy Queen. I don't really know which one it is. Because I'll be honest, usually when I'm here, I'm just spamming AoE attacks. And not die. There is definitely a Harpy Queen in there somewhere. I think it's the big one in the back. But yeah, I would just spam Great Shops here. A couple of AoE. Oh, there's the Harpy Queen. It actually doesn't look any different from the normal Cyranos, I guess. Or is it Kalinos? I don't know what they're called. There we go. All dead. Which is why we're definitely going to have enough Harpy feathers here. There's also a sword. Harpy sword? I think the queen was carrying it. Or was it? Huh? Did I miss one? Oh, here it is. It's a silver sword called Harpy. It's not very good, honestly. It's a lot weaker than the robust meteor sword. I guess it does have enough slots that I could upgrade it, but the increased damage to Harpies I don't really care about all that much. Plus, it doesn't have the +7 sign damage, so not as useful to me. Anyway, let's go watch some dreams. Well, I don't really need to watch Letho's dream again. Let's go for the silver crystal.
By the gods, they're closer and closer. They'll not catch me. To the witch. They'll not find it there, over my dead body, horsets. You'll never fathom Master Baltimore's secrets. It's not far now.
Huh, interesting. Now, Master Baltimore, we actually saw on the notice board. Apparently he died and his apprentice is taking over. But apparently he has some sort of secret. Maybe we should check that out later on. Anyway, next stream.
You're as beautiful as an elf, my lady.
Come to me, my hero. Let's fuck in the barn.
Ah, the luck. To think I wanted to play dice with the others.
Call them too. It'll be lovely.
So, I think you know whose dream that is. Not Saskia's, because I don't think she dreams of orgies. Plus, she's supposed to be the Virgin of Aedirn, anyway. So, peasant, let's go for the red crystal. Well, that scene seems familiar. After all, that was from the prologue when you were protecting Foltest from the dragon. So either that was a dragon's dream, or someone dreaming to be a dragon. Anyway, though.
Eseth mahon, tal este impedon, elornet eleorien, feredein mahon, hel daumas.
Yeah, so those subtitles were not very useful. I'm not really sure what the official explanation of that dream was. I've read somewhere that it was Iorveth being a little high and thinking about food, but that seems out of character, so I don't really know who to believe. Anyway, though, we've pretty much finished everything here, finished the Harpy contracts, so we're gonna head on out of here. Oh, also, it looks like we leveled up, so I think that's my final point and side effect. Yes, it is. So I'll probably start spamming a lot of potions, so I can get some good side effects, hopefully. Anyway, though, like I said, I'm pretty much done here, and I should have enough feathers. Yes, I have more than enough feathers. So we'll go talk to Elthan and give him all the feathers that he needs. So let's go check it out. Alright, here we are at Elthan's hut again. I didn't get attacked by any harpies because all the nests are gone.
I've got your feathers.
Wonderful. Excellent quality. Just what I needed. I'll pay for each and every one. If you're in need of coin, just bring me more.
Alright. You can argue with him, but you actually get less gold in the end.
I suppose I've had to work harder for coin in the past. All right, I'll keep it in mind.
Excellent. I await your return.
More harpy feathers, just like you wanted.
Good work! Why, it's even a pleasure to pay you.
I gotta admit, that might have been the strangest job I've ever had.
Well, it's hardly done.
I'll hear you out, but I've got a bad feeling about this.
I need a few more feathers.
Who is it that needs them? You or this collector?
But he does, of course.
Pretty suspicious. Why didn't you tell me how many I was supposed to bring right off?
I needed to see the quality. Just a few feathers more. I'll pay extra. Decide.
Let me think about it.
Honestly, he's actually kind of ripping you off in terms of cost. If you sold these at any other store, you get way more gold. But this is kind of funny, so whatever.
I've got some more feathers. Sleek and untattered. I hope that'll do it.
I look at them and select the finest. There's your payment, with a small bonus.
What am I supposed to do with the ones I have left?
Whatever you wish. I've no need for them. Farewell.
Okay, so let's see him later, which is actually very easy to do. Just walk a little bit over, and then you walk back. And there should be a new sight.
Yes, you're beautiful, my queen, my lady. You're a wondrous sight. All in your nest envy you.
So, yeah.
Got any other work for me? I want you to have this feather. I have no use for it.
No, thank you. Neither do I.
Neither does this collector, you mean?
Yes, neither does he.
I wonder why he needed a specific number of feathers.
Perhaps to match the number of empty spaces in his feather album.
Don't see how that would matter.
It's immensely important.
Well, I guess I don't know much about collections.
I think the most ridiculous part, he actually painted his fingernails as well. I don't even know why he would do that. I mean, is he going for red-tipped wings?
Pretty warm for this time of year.
It is colder usually, isn't it?
The mages must be up to something.
Oh, yes. They devise those experiments. Always changing the world. They'll botch it one day, and it'll be the end of us, I tell you.
I shudder to even think about it.
And that's that. You also get a trophy. It's fairly ridiculous looking. You can wear it right now, actually. It's not like we need to worry about it. And, yeah, that's what you look like. But that's pretty much it for this episode. Next episode, we'll turn in our quest items and try to cure Saskia. But until then, I hope you liked the video, and we'll be back next time. And of course, thank you very much for watching.